someone has to be calling out what they see as injustice. Someone has to be like you, James, actually doing the work and inspiring others to go and build strong moral frameworks for our country and inspire people to be good people and to do the right thing. And that is, we have an obligation to the people of our country and our planet to use our abilities for the betterment of the world and for the people.
Going back to the Solzhenitsyn quote, in the Gulag Archipelago, the line that separates good and evil runs through each and every one of us. And when I went through what I went through, particularly in court and most recently, I could actually feel, the presence of evil, like almost like trying to infiltrate like my wounds, like trying to get inside of me. Like I was like warding it off. I was like fighting these forces. And I know that sounds crazy, but I realize this is like a spiritual battle.
Yeah.
I have to be strong enough to prevent myself from being co-opted, corrupted, influenced, softened. I have to be strong as a human being. And as long as they don't take away my spirit, I can keep going. In the 50s, 60s, and 70s, there was integrity. There were bosses with what I call balls. Maybe you prefer huevos or testicular fortitude, whatever. Huevos, eggs, balls. Bosses with balls, okay? I'm just going to say balls. And the people in the comments be like, well, I don't have balls. I'm a woman. Okay, whatever. What's a woman?
2023.
Whatever. People had balls. They would say, you know what? The cigar and the fedora, I'm going to spend that money because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Doing the right thing is expensive. It comes at a cost. But it comes at a human cost.
But it was also, to a certain degree, vanity. To a certain degree. Because you had people running these institutions saying, we're going to be the best news organization that's ever been. And that means going there. That means doing the work.
And we can, but my philosophy was always since day one, my core value, my tenet was, whatever it does cost, I will get that money to do that thing. So that was my raison d'etre, was I'm going to go do this project, or I'm going to go get the story. If it costs me $1.4 million to get it, I'll find a way to get the money so that I can do the thing. Now it's, let's get the money. Forget the thing. Let's focus on the pursuit of that thing over there. Journalism is anathema to the commercial imperative.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure you get recognized all the time, Tim, but like it's crazy. I mean, I had dinner the other night in a restaurant. Someone came 10 times in a row, they came up to me. And they all say, please never give up. Please stop doing, don't ever stop doing what you're doing. Please don't ever give up. They're begging me not to give up.
I went to a small farm store about 6-7 months ago, and was in there just shopping little local produce stuff. They asked me what I did, and I was like, oh, I do a political show and stuff. And they're like, oh, really cool, really cool. What's it called? And I said, it's all called Timcast. And they're like, oh, that's really, really great. And what do you talk about? And I was like, oh, this, that, or otherwise. And they were like, who I love? And I was like, who? And they're like, James O'Keefe. He's so great. Do you know James O'Keefe? I'm like, I've heard of him. Yeah, he's really great. And they were like, we need more people like him. And I'm just sitting here like, this is really cool.
So I get, hundreds of messages a day. Please investigate this school board in Utah. And what we want to do is equip them, give them cameras, and to go have them go do this and open source my knowledge. We want to help everyone, but when people say, hey, James, can you please go do this story? Now I'm saying, no, you go do that story. It's on you. I'll give you a camera. I'll ship you a $500 camera. I'll teach you, but you got to figure it out because I can't do it all myself.